ኤርሜስ ኮስትር ይባላለሁ በዩኤንኦዲሲ የኢትዮጵያ ኦፊስ የፕሮግራም አማካሪ ሆኜ በማገልገል እገኛለሁ።
እኔ ወይዘሮ አሽረቃ ሀጂሳኖ እባላለሁ። የስራ ዘርፌ የኮሚሽነር ጄኔራል ዋና አማካሪ ነኝ።
ስሜ ኩምሳ ጉትታያ ይባላል። የሴንተር ፎር ጀስቲስ ዋና ስራ አስኪያጅ ነኝ።
من نگار سرخجو هستم و در کمیته بین المللی صلیب سرخ مشغول به کار هستم.
የተቋሙ ማሻሻያ አዋጅ በተገቢው ምን ሰራበት ከሆነ እንዲሻሻል ተደርጓል። በተገቢው ሰርተንበት የኔልሰን ማንዴላ ህጎችን አቺቭ እንድናደርግ ይረዳናል ብዬ አስባለሁ። ከማቋቋሚያ አዋጁ በመቀጠል የታራሚ መተዳደሪያ ደንቦች እየተዘጋጁ ነው። የአባሉና የታራሚዎች መተዳደሪያ ደንብ እየተዘጋጀ ይገኛል። እሱን በቅርብ ቀን ይጸድቃል ብዬ አስባለሁ። እሱን ተከትሎ የተዘጋጁ መመሪያዎች አሉ። በርካታ መመሪያዎች አሉ። በተቋሙ ደረጃ የተለያዩ አገልግሎትን አስመልክቶ ያዘጋጅናቸው አሉ። እነዚህ መመሪያዎችን በዋናነት የሚዘጋጁበት ምክንያት ታራሚዎች ሰብአዊ መብታቸው ተጠብቆ የዓለም አቀፍ ስታንዳርዶች በሚያስቀምጡት መሰረት በተለይ ከዚህ ከኔልሰን ማንዴላ ህግ መሰረት እነዚህ ህጎች ላይ ለመድረስ ተቋሙ የበኩሉን ድርሻ ለመወጣት ብዙ ስራዎች ሲሰሩ ቆይቷል። የመኖሪያ ቤታቸውን ከማሻሻል ምክንያቱም አንደኛው የኔልሰን ማንዴላ ሩል ከሚያስቀምጠው ነገር መኖሪያቸውን ማሻሻል ነው። ሰብአዊ መብታቸውን መጠበቅ ነው። ስለዚህ ወደዚህ ደረጃ የሚያደርሱ በርካታ የሪፎርም ስራዎች ተሰርተዋል።
UNODC has been doing several things on prison reform in Ethiopia. For the last year 2020-2021 UNODC focused on 4 areas. One is legislative reform on prison management, prison administration. The second one was capacity building, specialized tailor-made capacity building for prison officers and staff members. The third one was focusing on the development of curriculum, which will be used for all training initiatives, all trainings for prison officers. And the fourth one was procurement of items, including ICT items for prison training institution, prison commission, the library, and building the capacity of the prison commission in Ethiopia in federal level as well as regional level. UNODC also provides support relating to COVID-19 response in prisons. Those supports include procurement of health equipment, including sanitizers, face masks, IR thermometers and the like, and also providing printing and disseminating information communication materials that inform prisoners, families and officers in treating or dealing with COVID situation in a prison environment.
Currently, we visit detainees in more than 80 countries. We visit prisoners of war, administrative detainees, but also common law detainees. Here in Ethiopia, in cooperation with federal prison, but also regional prisons, we have had a project last year with the COVID-19 breakout in the country to kind of prevent entering the COVID into the place of detention. To this end, we have basically visited 44,000 detainees and distributed masks and other protective materials to the place of detention. Apart from that, in Somali regional estate, we had a workshop on the management of juvenile. In southern nations, we had a workshop and a staff training basically on prison safe and humane management. We have an engineering unit and they basically try to improve the sanitation and habitat of the prisons in different regions inside the country.
The initiative pursued by Center for Justice to improve the treatment of prisoners and the prison management, prison health and the prisoners' rehabilitation and the reintegration.
In order to improve the conditions of detainees and the place of detention, it is important to bear in mind that more resources are needed to basically invest in place of detention. Also, staff training will lead to better management of the detainees in the place of detention. Also, it will be important to bear in mind that COVID-19 is still around, and the prevention of COVID-19 in entering the place of detention is very important.
In Ethiopia prison system, one of the challenges existing challenge is the lack of comprehensive framework on non-custodial measures that includes alternative to imprisonment that causes the number of inmates in the prison system to overpopulate. The number of inmates is big because of small petty offenses, because there is no alternative to imprisonment schemes in the country. So that would be one of the areas where UNODC and the government should be working in the coming years.
We need to bear in mind that they are part of us, they are part of our society, and the humane and dignified treatment of them in the place of detention will lead to their better re-engagement in the society and faster reform.
People in prison have the right to be treated humanely, with dignity, and their rights should be protected or respected. The society should understand this, be aware of the situation of prisoners and their plight. The prisoners will also come back to society to mingle and to live and to reintegrate. So the society should be able to understand their situation and try to support in the reintegration process and in the reform process in general.
ማህበረሰቡ አንደኛ ታራሚ ከማህበረሰቡ የሚወጣ ነው። ሁለተኛ ማህበረሰቡ ታራሚው ሳይታረምና ሳይታነጽ ተመልሶ ወደ ማህበረሰቡ ቢቀላቀል የሚጎዳው ማህበረሰቡ ራሱ ነው። ወንጀለኝነትን ሳናርም ከመለስን ህብረተሰቡ ተመልሶ ይጎዳል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ህብረተሰቡ በጣም ይመለከተኛል ይላል። ከማረሚያ ቤቶችም ጋር እየሰራ ይገኛልና በዚህም ተጎጂ ነው። መጀመሪያም የተጎዳ ህብረተሰቡ ነው። ሁለተኛ ታራሚውም የህብረተሰቡ አካል ነው። ሶስተኛ ተመልሶ ደግሞ ህብረተሰቡ ውስጥ ስለሚቀላቀል የማይታረም ከሆነ ህብረተሰቡን ይጎዳል። ስለዚህ ኮንሰርን አለው ማለት ነው። ፐብሊኩ ህብረተሰቡ በጣም ኮንሰርን አለው ስለ ማረሚያ ቤቱ ማለት ነው።
The reason why general people care for the plight of prisoners that includes prisoners are part of the community. They are from the community and they will back to the community. Because of that, it needs the support or the care of the prisoners to improve the treatment of and the successful integration of the prisoners.
I act for the Nelson Mandela Rules.
I act for the Nelson Mandela Rules.
ICRC acts for the Nelson Mandela Rules.
I act for the Mandela Rules.